That's more like it, Nico said. Let's turn the tide. Colonium fulminate, Frank yelled. Advance the phyla. The zombie line thickened in the center, forming a wedge designed to break through the enemy host. They lowered their spears in a bristling row and pushed forward. Earthborn wailed and threw boulders. Cyclopses smashed their fists and clubs against the locked shields. But the zombie legionnaires were no longer paper targets. They had inhuman strength, hardly wavering under the fiercest attacks. Soon the floor was covered with monster dust. The line of javelins chewed through the enemy like a set of giant teeth, felling ogres and snake women and hellhounds. Frank's archers shot the griffins out of the air and caused chaos in the main body of the monster army across the chasm. Frank's forces began to take control of their side of the cavern. One of the stone bridges collapsed, but more monsters kept pouring over the other one. Frank would have to stop that. Jason, he called, can you fly a few legionnaires across the pit? The enemy's where Frank is weak, see? Take it! Jason smiled. With pleasure. 3 dead Romans rose into the air and flew across the chasm. Then 3 more joined them. Finally, Jason flew himself across, and his squad began cutting through some of the very surprised-looking telekines, spreading fear through the enemy's ranks. Nico, Frank said, keep trying to raise the dead. We need more numbers. On it. Nico lifted the scepter of Diocletian, which glowed even darker purple. More ghostly Romans seeped from the walls to join the fight. Across the chasm, Empusai shouted commands in language that Frank did not know, but the gist of it was obvious. They were trying to shore up their allies and keep them charging across the bridge. Piper, Frank yelled, counter those Empusai. We need some chaos. Thought you'd never ask. She started catcalling at the female demons. Your makeup is smeared. Your friend called you ugly. That one is making a face behind your back. Soon the vampire ladies were too busy fighting one another to shout any commands. The legionnaires moved forward, keeping up the pressure. They had to take the bridge before Jason got overwhelmed. Time to lead from the front, Frank decided. He raised his borrowed sword and called for a charge.